The US Senate is in full action. Republicans voted in a dramatic late Saturday session and narrowly cleared a key procedural step as they race to advance President Donald Trump's package of tax breaks, spending cuts, and bolstered deportation funds by his 4th July deadline. But what is Trump's big, bold, beautiful bill, and why is it such a big deal? Here are the top highlights of the bill that is keeping economists, politicians, and businesses across the world up at night. The first part of the big, beautiful tax bill is the Social Security taxes. On the campaign trail, Trump vowed to eliminate taxes on Social Security income and monthly payments to people with disabilities and older adults. Now, the House bill fell short of delivering on that promise, but it did temporarily increase the standard deduction of up to $4,000 for individuals 65 and over. That deduction would be in place from 25 to 28. The deduction extensions begin to decrease after $150,000 for married taxpayers filing jointly and $75,000 for individual filers. Senate Republicans are also looking to extend Social Security tax breaks and have proposed an increase that would grant a $6,000 tax deduction for older Americans. Next in line is more Medicaid requirements. To help finance tax cuts elsewhere, Republicans have added additional restrictions and requirements for Medicaid, the health care programs relied upon by millions of elderly, disabled, and low-income Americans. Changes to Medicaid, one of the biggest components of federal spending, was a major source of political strife. To qualify, the bill says childless adults without disabilities would be required to work at least 80 hours per month from December 2026. The Senate proposal puts even more restrictions on Medicaid, which is likely to cause more headaches for Republicans when the bill returns to the House. Their version proposes to lower provider taxes, which states use to help fund their share of Medicaid costs from 6% to 3.5% by 2031. Next in line is increased cap on salt tax. The bill increases the deduction limit for state and local taxes, also known as salt tax, a hugely important issue for few Republican holdouts in some Democratic-controlled urban areas. There is currently a $10,000 cap on how much taxpayers can deduct from the amount they owe in federal taxes. That expires this year. In the new bill, House Republicans have raised the SALT limit to $40,000 for married couples with income up to $500,000. Next in line are the SNAP benefits. Reforms have been added to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also called as SNAP, the government program used by over 40 million low-income Americans. The new bill requires states to contribute more to the program, which is also partially funded by the federal government. The plan would also allow Americans to deduct interest on car loans for US-made cars only. The House voted to increase the child tax credit to $2,500 from $2,000 through 2028, exclusively for American families where both parents have Social Security numbers. Additionally, the bill proposes increasing the debt ceiling by $4 trillion. Senate Republicans won this race to $5 trillion. The debt ceiling is the limit on the amount of money the US government can borrow to pay its bills. Last but not the least feature of this big, beautiful tax bill is clean energy tax cuts. One of the most notable divisions between House and Senate Republicans is the Senate's proposal for clean energy tax breaks. The Senate has extended the runway for businesses that build wind and solar farms to still benefit from the tax credits. However, both the House and Senate version seek to deny the credits to companies whose supply chains may have ties to a foreign entity of concern, such as China. Companies that begin construction this year could qualify for the full tax break. That drops to 60% if they begin construction in 2026 and 20% if they begin in 2027. The credit would disappear in 2028. Clean energy tax cuts was also the reason why Elon Musk publicly criticized Donald Trump. All in all, Trump's big beautiful bill is likely to add up to $4 trillion in already high US debt.